Hey YouTube, Desert Dog here. I haven't done any tech videos for a while. Well, kind of had a busy summer. A lot of hunting, a lot of fishing. And, at the beginning of the summer, I'd say the spring, me and a bunch of friends from my local off-road club decided that we were going to do Trail Hero this year. Well, the only problem with it is one of the guys that committed to going didn't have a rig ready yet. He'd had a Rock Lizard chassis delivered to his house in the spring, and it was just kind of sitting on the side of his house. He hadn't done anything with it yet. So he committed to going to Trail Hero, and, he accumulated parts over the summer, but he never really worked on it because, he's an oil field roughneck and working a lot of overtime, out for 7-8 days at a time on job sites. So he was out working a lot of time. He didn't really have time to work on his rig, and we got down to the point where there was 2.5 weeks till Trail Hero, and all we had was a chassis with axles underneath it. That's all we had. So me, Floppy, Nubs, and a couple other guys with Infectious Off-Road would go over to Josh's house after work and help work on his buggy. And miraculously, we actually got a buggy built in 2 weeks, working on this thing every day after work. And 2 full weekends, we actually got it done. I mean, it's not complete. It doesn't have any skins on it, a hood on it, but we actually had a functioning, good rock buggy that went to Trail Hero and actually kicked ass there. So I hope you enjoy this video. Got the axles in it, tires on it, engine, transmission, transfer case in it.
Like
is it gonna fire up, Alex?
Moment of truth right now, man.
The fucking moment of truth.
You got all your grounds in the last dig it.
Okay, battery hooked up. Going hot. Ignition switch on. Fuel pump running.
Fuel.
We're getting fuel?
Getting fuel. Cool. Getting fuel.
I'm gonna cycle it a few times. Woo-hoo-hoo. Yeah, look at that. It's alive. It's alive. Yeah, woo. Listen to those angry squirrels. 1.6 liters of fucking fury. Look. Well, the seats are in. The driver seat's in. Harness is in. Steering is in. Looks like he's got a little bit of headroom in there. I wouldn't want to be 6'1" in there. Hell yeah. Looking good. Hopefully we finish the rest of it tomorrow.
Rock crawling. Back! I'm back, baby!
Woo! Joshy, how you like the Buggy?
Absolutely love it. Does amazing so far. Had a few hiccups.
All right, so I guess this is the son of Samantha right here. What are you going to name it?
It's going to be a Ghost Rider
Why are you calling it Ghost Rider?
because the first good shakedown run, we was sitting there helping spot some rigs through, and all of a sudden, after about 10 minutes, it takes off right after a brand new four-door or four-seat Jimmy's buggy, and it stops about 5 feet from it. Thank God. And
So Ghost Rider was driving?
everybody nicknamed it Ghost Rider on the run, so I
So
think that's fitting.
I guess the son of Samantha is Ghost Rider. What kind of axles you got in this?
Running Toyota Rock Assault by Trail Gear, chromoly housings. I've got 6-shooter knuckles. I have the Trail Gear hubless drive slugs on it. 529 gears, Bobby Longs in the front. Pretty normal setup for Toyota. The back is a low pinion Trail Gear Rock Assault axle with Trail Gear chromollies.
Now these ORI STXs, what size do you have in there right now?
In the front, I'm running 12s. In the back, they're 14-inch. They do way better than I ever had before, so I'm eager to get those tuned up.
What kind of drivetrain are you running in this?
It's a Suzuki Sidekick 1.6 liter 16 valve motor. Got it out of the junkyard for $500. Been beating on it ever since. Luckily had no issues. As far as the transfer cases and transmissions, I have it adapted over from a 1.6 to a Ringer adapter by Trail Tough to a W56 Toyota 5-speed. Then I have 2 Toyota gear drive boxes, have a 4.7 in the back case and a stock 228 in the front. Does really good.
Well, hell yeah. You're running a 2-piece front driveline?
Yep, 2-piece front driveline.
Who makes that carrier bearing?
The carrier bearing comes from Scott's Custom Off-Road out of Pennsylvania. He was very helpful, and he built basically whatever you want to think of or design.
And that bolts up to Toyota flanges?
Yep, it has a custom 30 spline shaft with 30 spline transfer case output flanges. That way we can run Toyota or 1310s throughout.
And so you got slips on both ends too?
Yep,
On the main shaft and the midship.
I have slips so it doesn't, if you have any movement, you're not going to break anything. I want to give a shout out to Performance for working on that as fast as they did. They really did a jam up job for that.
Yeah, that's badass. A lot of people don't put slips on both ends and they run into problems.
Yep.
All right, and for fuel, what do you got back here? Is this a 10-gallon cell?
Yes, I have a Jazz Poly 10-gallon tank. It's more than enough fuel. I ran 3.5 days of hard wheeling and on about 9.5 gallons of fuel. So
Yeah, that 1.6 liter probably sips gas.
about 35 miles to the gallon.
It's
So,
one of those ARB dual compressors.
yep, the ARB dual compressor without a tank. It's a great compressor. They're expensive, but they're worth every penny as far as I've used it so far.
All right, and looks like you're running the 39-inch reds on this.
Yep, 39-inch red labels. Shout out to Drew and the guys at 4 Wheel Parts for helping me out with the tires.
Really good stance for this.
And, yeah,
What
they're-
wheels are those?
they're Staswork 17-inch double bead locks. They're pretty hard to put together by yourself, so have some garage days and get your buddies to help you.
And those are the Trail Gear drive flanges?
Yeah, it's the basically Dana 60 hub with the drive flanges, so you're not breaking any hubs or anything like that anymore.
Hell yeah. What steering ram is this?
That is a Trail Gear 2 3/4 bore, I believe. It's worked great so far. I really like the double clamps on each side. It doesn't go anywhere. It's also keyed on the body, so even if these does loosen up, you're not going to slip either way.
You're running it to a PSC reservoir with the filter in it?
Yeah, I went with the PSC. It was a lot easier, compact area to
Easier to package?
package and mount. I opted to go with that versus the trail gear setup.
And your steering here?
The steering column came out of a Toyota forklift. It's adjustable. You loosen a bolt, it'll tilt up or down, whichever way you want it to go. Worked well, and it keeps the orbital tight underneath. Nothing gets in your footway or anything like that, and it was a pretty easy setup.
And how do you like these PRP seats?
The seats are absolutely amazing. They're big, but they fit me perfectly for the right angles of your straps coming across your shoulders. Hold you in nice and tight. You don't feel like you're going to go anywhere or anything like that. And the workmanships are amazing on it.
All right, and in case I didn't mention it, this is a Rock Lizard chassis.
Yep, thanks for Thomas and Jessica for producing a good starter chassis on all of that, and is easy to build off of, and it's nice, small, and lightweight.
I see you did some modifications to the chassis under here for your fuel cell and to have a little storage here.
Yeah, we opted to change the design of the back a little bit because of the storage and things that I wanted. So we basically built a little subframe in here, runs all the way across, still ties the chassis in together, and also it gives me enough support to have a fuel tank, battery, and all my storage.
I think that's a better use of space. This comes with an X back here, right?
Yes, the X goes from the basically the B-pillar corner to the half corner, mid corner, you would call it, on the chassis. They're used to running propane tanks, so I opted to go for a gasoline tank, so little differences.
I like it. I like it. What's your future plans for this?
Future plans for this is definitely rear steer. It's already in the works for a Dana 300 rear case, so I can do front digs. I got to do front digs and rear steer, but right now we're just going to run her until we get parts available.
Hell yeah.
And finish the paint and lights.
Well, this is Chris Desert Dog signing off. Thanks for watching. This is Josh's Rock Lizard chassis buggy, now known as Ghost Rider.